Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, November 4th, 2021. So glad you could be here with us this morning at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by helping you become financially independent by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary trading tools. And we supplement that with the best in the business, personalized one-on-one training, and we believe that one-on-one training is the only way to effectively learn currency trading. Saves you a lot of time and gets you to where you want to be faster by being able to work with people who know how to trade. So with that, let's get going. We'll start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Now, one of the great things about our program is that we do these live sessions for a couple different purposes. One is for its teaching moment. So we can, when you watch another skilled trader trade and you listen to them do their analysis, you will get better. And two, just to show you how well the tools do work. Now, speaking of how well the tools do work, they're not 100%. My trading accuracy is around 80%. I know many traders who are above that, closer to 90. So we don't win all the trades, but we win enough of them so that at the end of the day, we are net positive cash, and that's the goal. Part of that, or to be able to do that, one, you need to be able to read the tool, and we've got over a dozen different signals. And as you get into training, we'll go over, we'll teach you those signals, and we'll find one that resonates with you, and create a trade plan around it. The signals we'll be using today are something called the 10-point trade, where basically we're trying to get the lines to line up on the chart, and two, the thick orange line trade if we have time, which is a little quick scalp trade. As you can see, there's lots of opportunities to get that training every day. And, historically, if you attend all of the sessions, historically, they net about 150 pips a week. So it's good to go to these sessions until you're at least doing 10 pips a day. So with that, let's go to my my little trading checklist. I start every day by making sure everything is connected and up, and I did that before we jumped online. That's why I was a minute late. Review of yesterday, good habit to just go through and go figure out what didn't go as well as you wanted, and what, if any, correction might be. Last week or Monday, we took a trade. We analyzed it on Tuesday. As far as I could see, it was a good trade. We cheated a little bit in a portion of the setup, and so perhaps we shouldn't have taken the trade. Tuesday, we took two winning trades. In fact, one of them closed while we were on the line. As we are technical traders, that means we are trading based with the price action of the the currency pair, and our indicators are very good at giving us an indication of what's going to happen. However, news impacts currency, and we can't. Our indicators can't figure that out. So we want to be able to know when news is going to happen, and then be able to trade around it. So we do that by going to forexfactory.com. Forex Factory breaks the news down into three categories. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. We want to stay away from anything that is red. And ideally, my little rule of thumb is I want to be out of the trade 2 hours beforehand. So this morning we will not be taking any trades on the Great Britain pound because they've got a bunch of news coming out today. Today also all day is OPEC meetings. OPEC meetings is they don't tend to have the impact that they used to have. So if it's an all-day event, I'm gonna ignore it. So let's see, and that's it. So we've got to worry about the pound. So let's go to it and get to taking a look at the charts. The charts are broken down into three sections. Let's boy, this is ticking me off. Oh, here we go. All right. I'm going to say I had these all set up so that we don't have to waste time. And here they are. All right. So this is a chart that you have in the standard package, the light six majors. I call it the composite chart because it is showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour chart. You can trade off of any time frame. We typically start new traders off on the smaller time frames so that you can get some more immediate success. I trade primarily off of the 1 hour chart, and that evening trade that I send out, I'm taking it off of the 1 day chart. So with that, there are 3 parts to the chart. This middle section is what we call the majors and minors. And you can see there's 2 horizontal lines. The red one is the oversold line. The blue one is the overbought line. When the major and minor lines, majors are the red and green, and the minors are the blue and gray. When they are below the red line, that is a buy opportunity. And what distinguishes when we have a buy opportunity, what we're looking for to know when to take the buy is I want all the lines moving up. And we kind of have that here. The minors are going up, the black and gray ones. The majors are a little sideways. I'm not really crazy about how the majors are going, but technically they're going up. And the green line is crossed over the red, and the gray line is crossed over the green. So theoretically, I've got 3 points here. If I have 3 points, then I go to the next section of the chart, which is the TNTs. And there are 4 lines up here, the 2 orange lines and the 2 blue lines. And I want to have at least 3 of these lines telling me the same thing that I'm seeing here. That increases the probability of the trade being good. The 2 orange lines, however, are going down. I need the 2 orange lines to be going up. So since I don't have 2 of the orange lines going up, there's no way I can get 3 of these 4 lines telling me the direction is proper, that this is a buy. I'm going to pass. So let's go on Euro USD. We're oversold. Majors are going still down. Minors are sideways. So we're going to pass. Pound dollar. We said we're going to stay away from this, but we still don't even have the signal here. We're oversold, yes, Minors are going up. Yes. Majors are sideways. So we will pass. U.S. Canadian dollar overbought. Everybody's going sideways. So we'll pass. Dollar Swiss franc. We're in the middle of the channel and actually more than halfway. We will pass. I want to catch the move when it's down here below the oversold line, so that I can have it run through the channel. On a 1 hour chart, a trade is going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 30 pips. So ideally, my sweet spot is 10 pips. U.S. yen, we are oversold and going down, so we're going to pass there. This first chart is primarily all U.S. pairs. I've cloned the chart and made a second pair with non-U.S. pairs. So let's go through. And again, I'm just looking for the setup. Once I see the setup, then I'm going to do a little bit more analysis. We are oversold. The minors have kind of entered the channel. The majors are going sideways, so we're going to pass. Oversold. Majors are still going sideways. We're going to pass. Euro Canadian dollar. Minors are going up, but majors are going sideways. We're going to pass. Australian New Zealand dollar. We're in the channel and we're about halfway. We've got everybody going up, and we've got green on top and yellow on top. So we're just shy of the halfway point. So this is a trade that I might consider. But the problem with the Australian New Zealand dollar is, what time is it there? It's approaching. It's evening. So it being evening, the volume is going to be very low. Indicators aren't quite as good when the volume is low. So I'm just going to pass, because I want to trade when the market's active, or at least one of the pairs is active. Both of these pairs it's approaching nighttime. So we're going to pass. Pound yen. We're going to skip this because it's the pound, but we still don't even have the signal. We're going sideways here on the majors. Euro Australian dollar. We got a mixed signal here. We're in the channel. Majors are going down. Minors are going up. So let's go to the next pair. So here's majors 3. Again, just another group of pairs we can trade off of. Canadian dollar yen oversold. Majors are still going down. Euro New Zealand dollar. We've got a conflict in the signal here. Majors are going down. Minors are going up. Pound New Zealand dollar. We're in the middle of the channel going down. Plus, we're going to skip the pound. New Zealand yen. Oversold but sideways. Now both of these pairs are in the evening, so we would probably skip this. Gold dollar overbought, but majors are still going up. Minors are starting to turn, but they're really more sideways. Bitcoin dollar. We have we're oversold. Everybody's going up. Green is on top, gray is on top. So I've got 3 points here. The thing I don't like, so I've got the 3 points to look at the next part of the signal. I don't like the kink in the green line here. So I've got more steep and then less steep. So this is telling me there's not as much push on it as I would like. But if I look at the TNTs, the 2 orange lines are going up. blue lines are inversely related. So when the blue lines are going down and I have both of them going down, that's telling me buy. So all four are telling me buy. When I look at the pressure, I've got down pressure, and the green looks like it has just crossed over. It looks like it's on top. If green is on top, that counts as a point. So I've got 8 points here. I want to see what else we have before I decide if I want to take this, because I don't like the kink. And the other issue is, unless you've signed up for the Bitcoin course, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to have this chart. So I don't want you taking a trade on something that you can't track. Let's open up the fourth chart. So major 4. We are let's look at the fifth one up while we're doing this. Australian Canadian dollar. We're oversold. The indicators have entered the channel. Everybody's going up. We've got nice steepness on the green line. In fact, here's a situation where we're less steep and we're going to more steep. So I like that. The green line is touching about the halfway point. The red line isn't quite there. So this is one I would consider. I don't quite consider it halfway. So I've got 3 points here, and I like the tightness of the lines and the steepness of the green line. So now I'm going to look to my TNTs. The 2 orange lines are going up. Thick blue is coming down. So I've got 3 of the 4 telling me here, buy. And I've got down pressure with the green line is on top, and green line is not only on top, but the lines are diverging. So they're separating. The green is moving away from the red. So I've got 7 points here. I like this. When I have 7 points on a chart, what I want to do is then there's 2 things I want to do. First thing is I want to know, going back to my my trade routine, I want to know where the support and resistance is. Support and resistance we don't teach you in what do we got here? 6, 6. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm grabbing the wrong chart. Come on. Let's try this one. See why this is going so slow. We got plenty of CPU space. Let's try a different browser. And you know what I'm going to ask now, right? I don't remember what pair we were looking at. Canadian, Australian dollar, Canadian. AUD, CAD, I think. AUD, CAD. All right, so I got the signal. The next thing I want to do is I want to look at the, I want to know where the support and resistance is. So I am going to change the symbol to AUD, CAD. To get the support and resistance. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. I'm going to pull this together to try to get as much as to get 3 months in here. And I'm going to start drawing a few horizontal lines. So I drop the line in and I'm looking for spots where it seems to naturally stop. So right here, right here, right here, in here, over here, over here. And I want to do a line, a couple lines above and a couple lines below. So right here, it seems to stop. Right here, over here, in here. This is going to help me decide how many pips I want to take. Right in here, in here, in here. Let's put one more above. Right in here, in here, in here, here. So once I see what that is, then I'm going to pull it back out so I can look at it a little easier. And what is the trend? So really in the last 3 days, we've been trading primarily between these three channels. In here and go into this channel, go up into this top channel, and it'll have a little peek throughs coming through. So I wouldn't consider this a trend. Before that we had a big down. No, I'm not even sure I'd call that. This was just one day. This was probably some news related event. It was 2 days. So we had a 2 day down, and then it retraced a little bit, came back down. So we don't really have a trend. Next thing I want to know is how much room is there from the current point to the line. So I've got 8 pips up and 6 pips down. 8 pips up, 6 pips down. So the Maxis trade is going to be worth is 6. We're not trading with the trend right now. We're trading against the last 7 hours, 8 hours. It's been trending down. So the next piece I want to do, that tells me a little bit what it's worth. But the next thing I want to do is I want to get some confirmation on that signal. And to get that confirmation on the signal, I am going to go to, I'm going to look at a chart that has different time periods on it for the same pair. So we're looking at the AUD, CAD. And what I'm looking for, so here's the signal we were looking at. What I'm looking for is I want to see the 2-hour and 4-hour chart. I want us to be oversold on both of them. We're oversold on the 2-hour chart. We're not oversold on the 4-hour chart. This is actually very close to the setup we had on that Monday evening where it continued going down. So since we are not oversold here, I'm going to hold off on taking the trade. Let's see if we've got a 5-pip scalp that we can do. This goes back to the learning moment. What I want is if this is wrong, if this changes, I want the backup of knowing that if both of these are oversold, it is going to turn up. But right now, these aren't oversold. This still is telling me there's some down in the movement. The down has softened up because I've got the kink in the line. But there's, it still is theoretically going to run all the way through the channel before it turns around. So I'm going to pass. Let's go back and see if we can find a thick orange line trade. So I'm going to go back to my 6 lights on the thick orange line trade. This is a trade that we take at top of the hour, and we've got about a minute left or 31 seconds left, and I'm looking to see what this number is. This number is associated with the thick orange line, and it's a scaled number. It goes from 0 when it's as low as it can go. When it's as low as it can go, when it's at 0, it's telling us it doesn't believe there's any more down in the movement. So if there's no more down in the movement, that's a buy. Likewise, when it's as high as it can go, it's at 10. That means there's no more up in the movement. That is a sell. So I'm looking for 0 or 10. We've got a 9 here, but when I go to my confirmation, I want something that confirms that this is what it is. And that confirmation is what the majors and minors are doing. So if there's no more up in the movement, I would expect all of the major and minor lines to be up here. They're not, so I'm going to pass. We haven't flipped to the next hour yet because I've got the chevrons here, but let's just see if we've got any more here. No. USD Canadian. This is telling us that we might have it's right under the 9. It can be within 1 point. And I got these guys over. Let's see if this number bounces to 7. If it does, it's worth taking a trade. And it did. So let's go ahead and take a 5-pip sell on the USD Canadian. So we were at 9. We've gone down to 7. We were at 8.9. We've gone down to 7.8, which is a movement of 1. If this moves 1, that's a good trade, even though we missed it. And these guys, the majors are way up. So it's confirming that it's about to turn around. So let's open up our MetaTrader 4. oops, what was that? That was USD Canadian. So USD Canadian. Let's see if we've got it open. We don't. So to open them, file, new chart. USD Canadian is in the top group. I'm going to open the chart. I'm going to go to the second row to new order. I have 10,900 in this demo account. So I'm going to move the decimal places over. So I'm going to take a 1.09, which is basically a 1.1 lot size. Market execution. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or the take profit. And I'm going to do a sell. Once it's recorded, I'm going to right click on it, go to modify. We are going to, this is 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. And then I click the little blue line here. It does the math for me. And on this trade is historically 90% accurate. So I am going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss. So 5 pips, 20 pip stop loss. The only other thing I like to check is to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So it came in at 24.18 and we're taking a sell. I'm going to go to 24.13. 24.13. I'm going to make it 24.13.1. So we took a sell using the thick orange line signal on the USD Canadian dollar. Our take profit is 1.24131, 1.24131. And our stop loss is 1.24374, 1.24374. And I would expect this to close within the next hour. Let's see if we've got any comments. I'm going to keep an eye on that other trade. But again, it didn't match my AUD Canadian. Let's take a look real quick. I've got a suggestion that there might be another AUD Canadian, AUD Canadian, AUD Canadian. See if we get another trade here. AUD Canadian. So I am going to go back to the top of the hour by pulling it back. I don't like this one. We're at a 10. We're at a 10, but I don't have all 4 lines high enough to take a thick orange line trade here. So I'm going to pass on that. And right now, it's not showing us good movement. The lines have extended, but this hasn't moved. This is going sideways. This is still going down. So it's probably good we skipped out on this one. So we want to be choosy in the trades we take. We only need a couple trades a day to be able to make money. Now, today, we're starting off with a negative, so because of last night's trade. So I'll probably be a little more aggressive during the day to try to get back to break even. But still, I want to take a good trade. I don't want to take trade, I don't want to trade for the sake of trading. I want to take trades that have a high probability of closing. And the indicators are going to help me figure that out, to figure out, all right, this is a good trade. This isn't a good trade. I don't want to read things into it. If it doesn't have what the parameters that have been set up on the signal, just pass. There's always tomorrow. And the goal is over the week or over the month to have net positive pips. And if you learn to read the indicators and do proper risk management, that'll happen. All right, so we'll see you Monday evening at 6:30. Thanks so much for being here.